Okay, so for a guy that just tends bar for a living that knows nothing about being an attorney,
Yeah.
give me like the attorneys for dummies version on what that means, these different cases.
Lawyers kind of do two different things. They either solve problems or they prevent problems, and we're kind of in the business of solving problems. These guys solve problems that are criminal in nature, and I try to solve problems that are more civil in nature, so they're lawsuits as opposed to actual criminal charges, if that makes sense.
To Corey's point, solving problems is more than just being reactionary. I mean, you've got to be offensive at certain times. I mean, we have to cut and stitch, you know? At a certain point in time, we have to go after them. Sometimes we have to play defense. It just kind of depends on the case.
How long you been doing this, Bobby?
19 years. 19 years, all of us.
What was the moment in time where you go, I want to practice law?
I got arrested.
And that was when you knew you wanted to practice law?
That was when I knew I wasn't going to be on the wrong side of practicing law.
What was the moment in time that you said, this is it?
Probably almost got arrested. I'm in college, go back to a buddy's place, having a party, and all of a sudden knock on the front door, and it's the cops. They knock on the front door, I'm like, let's go out the back door of the garage. And we scatter. It just so happened that one of my friends had ran into my house where I grew up, which was 2 houses away, went down in the basement, and cop follows her down there. My mom, of all people, says, what are you doing in my house? You don't have a right to get here, get out, you don't have a warrant. For whatever reason, she knew this stuff. I also was a criminal justice major and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. So I had a job right out of college to go be an undercover narcotics agent. And I turned that down to go to law school, primarily because of that incident.
So what's life like over at GRL in the office?
Awesome.
It's work hard, play hard. People care, it's humans helping humans, and then let's have fun. But it's a great environment.
If we had to explain our culture, GRL's culture, with one case, I think the case that best explains it is the one where we turned a traffic ticket appeal ultimately to $12+ million. When I came in the morning, there was a printed inquiry on my chair of a young mother who wanted to appeal a traffic ticket conviction that she received. And as I read through it, fiance died in the accident. The young lady's 2-year-old son received a traumatic brain injury. And then the mom who had the ticket, she fractured her back in the accident. And that all happened because a semi-trailer was illegally parked on the side of an interstate, pulled out in front of them and didn't have the appropriate lighting. And then they hit the back of the semi-trailer.
Until GRL Law got involved in this case, every single car that rear-ended another was always at fault until this case. This was the seminal case on this particular issue that determined you can actually be at fault if you're the vehicle in front.
Ultimately, that case transformed GRL into what we are now. You want to know what drives us, what we do every single day. You want to take advantage of people. You want to go above and beyond to avoid accountability. We'll dance. We'll dance. To me, that sums up the spirit, not of just the attorneys, but our staff will spend hours when they know that there is somebody who's been taken advantage of, lied about, or whatever it may be. They'll go to battle and they'll say, no, not on our watch. Not gonna happen.
Here's to fighting for the ones who can't fight for themselves, gentlemen.